that come from? Oh, crap. Echoes, 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 echoes. Don't know where that's coming from. Let's see if it stops. Good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back. It's Tuesday night. Don't forget about our t-shirt contest. We got 21 to go on D-Live to give away a couple of t-shirts finally. Would be awesome to get rid of those shirts finally. We got a large JJ Stoner Midget Wednesday shirt, child size, and a t-shirt from the Winning TV store on Teespring. You can get a Winning TV shirt, a Speakeasy shirt, or a Promises Kept shirt with Doc Martin on one breast, myself on the other. So, share out the show if you'd like. If you don't want to, that's okay too. It'll just take us all that longer to get these t-shirts on the Wheel of Death and give them away. That's all. All right, Tuesday night. We're going to do some depressing stuff first and then some funny stuff later. As usual, the norm of the show. So let's get right into it. Christmas, the loveliest time of the year, the happiest time of the year, of course, or at least it's supposed to be. But in 2020, Christmas is no longer fun. You can no longer have fun. Children, you can't have fun. Fun time's over. Playtime's over. Time for reality. In the age of COVID, dictatorial politicians, and Karens. Along with the right. The right can't be happy either. Apparently. I'm not surprised, but anywho. This is a tweet from Vicky McKenna. Minnesota family receives a letter in the mail in response to their Christmas tree lights. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where do you think this is going? The idea of twinkling lights. Colorful lights. Oh, well, what if they were just like white lights or blue lights or red lights? Would that be okay? Lights are a reminder of systemic biases against our neighbors who don't celebrate Christmas or can't afford to put up lights of their own. Oh, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, we now have to worry about systemic racism with your Christmas lights. Or offending somebody who can't put up lights this year. Somebody actually took the time to send a person that had Christmas lights up, and I imagine it's probably several people. It's probably a photocopied letter. They actually had the nerve to send a letter complaining about their Christmas lights because of, that racism thing, systemic racism. Here we go with the overused word systemic. Systemic this, the systemic racism, systemic up your ass. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Not anymore. Fun is not allowed. Christmas lights are racist. What the hell is going on, people? What is wrong with you? But if you thought that was bad, and I'm going to comment on the comments that were made below. I don't think it was on this tweet, but another tweet I saw regarding this situation. A young boy asks Santa Claus for a Nerf gun. But this mall Santa is a big liberal and says no to getting the boy a Nerf gun. Bad Santa. Let's rewind that. Take a listen.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Thank you for the diamond, Boogie Bumper. No guns. Not even a Nerf gun. It's not Santa approved. Look at the kid's face. The kid's like, huh? Huh? Mom, Santa Claus just told me no. I want a Red Ryder BB gun with a compass in the stock of this thing that tells time. Hold on. Santa has to call the police and Child Protective. Oh my God. Here we go. No. If this was the Santa in A Christmas Story, Ralphie would be locked up from his parents and taken away. He says it in a little bit of an effeminate voice, too. Let's take a listen.
No, not even a Nerf gun. Nope. Nope. If your dad wants to get it for you, that's fine, but I can't bring it. Santa can't bring it for you.
What the frick? Oh, man. They're cisgender dolls. You can play with Santa-approved toys. What the hell? I'm gonna ruin Christmas now. This is the first Santa Claus I can ever remember, except for on a movie. Like Bad Santa or something, or A Christmas Story. No. You will not get a BB gun. You will not get a Nerf gun. Nothing like a Santa Claus that makes your kid cry on purpose. It must be because, you know.
No. You can't have a Nerf gun. You can't have a gun. You can't have a Nerf gun either. Santa's not bringing it to you.
Who the fuck hired this guy? Santa goes, ho, ho, ho. Now he goes,
Ho, ho, ho.
oh, Santa doesn't have steak. Santa has a soy latte with a vegan meal. Holy shit, does Santa Claus get his nuts chopped off?
Don't cry.
Skeet77, thank you for the follow. We need 20 more to give away those t-shirts. Come on now.
It's okay.
Now I know a lot of kids are afraid of Santa Claus, but this takes it to a whole new level.
Let's see me how many kids I can make cry today. How many right-wing kids? No. Guns, no. You want a Bible for Christmas? Go ask God for one.
Oh, man. What's more disturbing is, and I think it's just as bad, there were some comments from some well-known right-wing people underneath this that were completely flipping out or spurging or whatever about how we need to eliminate Santa Claus because it's a pagan ritual soaked in the blood of babies and children need to know the goddamn truth right now. This kid needs to know the truth. That the elite are drinking blood and eating bait. What the hell is wrong with people on both sides? You got lunatics on the left, you got lunatics on the right now. You got the leftist Santa ruining a kid's Christmas, saying you can't have a Nerf gun. No. No, I said it wrong. It's
No, you can't have a gun. Santa won't bring you one.
But then you got the right-wingers going, this Santa Claus crap, it's got to go along with Halloween, the Easter Bunny. It's all soaked in the blood of Satanists. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Let kids be kids. They're telling people to let your 5-year-old know that none of, Santa Claus is just a Satan pagan holiday. What the fuck? Both sides have lost their damn mind. There you go, Dr. Sexy. Keep guns out of my purse. And Republicans out of my bedroom. Ask your precious God for guns. I'm Santa, Lord of the Night, Master of Children's Sacrifice. Exactly. I was like, oh, wow, I wonder what people think of this. This Santa Claus doing this to kids. Scroll through the comments, and there they are. the right. I'm like, whoa. I thought it was going to be, this Santa's gone too far, man. They should, I don't know, usually they say fire that Santa Claus. But it was like, eliminate all of Santa Claus. Get rid of all of Santa Claus. It's soaked in the blood of virgin children. It's like, what? Holy cow. And all those other holidays gotta go too. No different than what the left is trying to do. The left has been trying to get rid of Christmas and everything surrounding Christmas and Easter and Halloween and every other holiday for decades. Now the right is joining in with them. Oh. It's becoming a bizarro 2020. MT 2024. Let's nuke it all. 1 year party. Party for 1 year and nuke it all. But don't be worried. The Santa Claus was fired. The Daily Caller actually got in on this now, too. Update. Commie gun control Santa was given the boot, and the real Santa Claus showed up to the little boy's house, of course, with a, guess what? I would have been more impressed if Santa Claus showed up with an AK-47 and 2 clips and a box of ammo and said, "Here you go, kid." All right, let's play this one. We'll do the video first.
I heard about this up at the North Pole, and I rushed down to help.
And I don't know if this is true, but Skeels77 says that was Lynn Wood playing Santa Claus. What'd he do? Eat Sidney Powell.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Oh, Boogie Bumper's got a limp. A limp.
Well, thank you.
So the kid gets what he wanted, a Nerf gun. Now, what's wrong with this kid's parents? You're not supposed to open up that gift until Christmas. Boogie Bumper also has a limp. Oh man. So this kid's probably got, I don't know. I put a bet on this kid already having a GoFundMe page with about $5,000 worth of Nerf equipment in it. What do you think? That's right, Skeel77. All it'll take is $10 to make a child happy for Christmas and stop the socialist agenda of these socialist mall Santas. Would you not want to put a smile on a child's face this Christmas? Please go to our GoFundMe page. The Right Against Communist Santas, where every kid should have a Nerf gun, along with enough Nerf ammo to last a year. Please donate today. Cotton Hill is Boogie Santa. Oh, yeah. Now, come on, the kid got the Nerf gun. Santa brought it. Now people are going after Hasbro to send more. Holy shit. I'm going to pretend to be a leftist Santa and tell my kid, no, you can't have a $100 bill for Christmas. There'll be a GoFundMe page up for my kid in about 10 seconds with about $100,000 in it. Oh, maybe Donald Trump will show up as dressed up as Santa Claus. Hello there, young boy. I heard Santa Claus wouldn't give you a $100 bill with my face on it. Well, here's a whole sack of hundreds. The most hundreds you've ever seen in your life. Oh, I'm looking for the right-wing comments. I didn't see this one. Oh, maybe they backed off on this one. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Steven Crowder had to get in on this? I did not know that. Steven Crowder had to jump in on this. Oh, now the kid's on Zoom. Next, he'll be on stage with Donald Trump at a rally. Here's a young boy who did not get his Nerf gun from Santa Claus. The communist Santas want to take away your Christmas. This is Crowder at his very best. There isn't another entertainer in the space that would even attempt a segment like this. Kudos to the whole team. Oh, good God. Let's look at this cringe festival.
That you asked that unqualified helper for at the mall? A Nerf gun! Ho, 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 ho! Well, that sounds like a wonderful gift, a wonderful toy. And that man told you no? Oh, well...
I'd like this kid to say, "You ain't Santa, bitch. You're another fake mall Santa." Are you the Nazi version of Santa Claus, Steven Crowder? Just asking.
Well, let me tell you, that's not the real Santa. He's what your parents will teach you about when you get older. He's what we call a communist. And we had to get rid of them at the North Pole. I don't know if you know this, but Santa actually has used firearms for...
I don't know what Mom and Dad are laughing at, but I'll just laugh too.
Very long time, and also, of course, always taught and encouraged firearm safety. When I travel on my sleigh up north, sometimes we get bears, or we get something, that could hurt Santa's reindeer. So Santa, old Saint Nick, packs a heater. Was it that you asked that?
Ah. Can't leave well enough alone, can you, Steven Crowder? Kitty B, the kid should have said, "Mommy, that looks like the Santa that touched my privates last year." Then start crying again. Show Mommy where the Santa touched you. Oh, if it wasn't bad enough, both the left and the right are destroying everything. You got Mao Saint Nick in the mall, and then you got Adolf Claus on a Zoom. Oh my God. Come on, they couldn't just leave it alone. The kid got his gun. Stop. But like somebody said in the chat, they're going after Hasbro now. What did Hasbro do? Nothing. Did nothing. The kid asked for the gun. He got one. And then you got the right spurging out saying wild ass shit about satanic rituals around Santa Claus. The red suit means it's symbolism for the underworld and the blood of babies that Santa drank. Both sides are ruining it. Come on. And then there's the rest of the people in the middle going, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? They're going to ruin everything. It's not just the left burning it down, it's the right too. Both sides, the far left, the far right, are burning everything to the ground. There'll be nothing left. And of course, there has to be more. Why not? This is that Mindy Robinson, the one who was on that cringe festival, YMCA, MAGA CMA or something like that. Santa Claus in a bubble. Well, at least he can't tell them no from the bubble. Here, you talk to Santa through this walkie-talkie.
Santa, can I have a Nerf gun? That would be a no. Santa doesn't bring weapons of mass destruction to children's homes.
Oh, good grief. I would have never taken my kid to this. I would have said, oh, hell no. We're not, no fucking way. My kid's not standing in front of a bubble taking a photo with some Santa hiding in it. Oh, that's a good point, Skeels. The mall Santa will sue. They let me go because of my religious belief on guns. That Santa Claus, I identify as Santa Claus. They infringed on my right to identify as who I feel I am. Award in the amount of $105 million goes to the cisgendered mall Santa. America, Canada, free world, what the hell's going on? We're letting two far fringes of society destroy everything, while the people in the middle just want to live. They don't want to pay exorbitant taxes. They want to provide for their families. They don't want to go to the mall and have Santa, a communist Santa, tell them no, and then turn around and see a right-wing Santa tell them, here's mom packing heat. I mean, come on. You can't, somebody meet in the middle here? They're trying to destroy everything, the left and the right. They're destroying everything. I thought the most ironic thing was the left wants to get rid of Christmas and everything associated with it in the public square. And the right is saying the same thing. Are you serious? The most disturbing thing about the right's posts were that we should be telling these children, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 4-year-olds, the truth. Their version of the truth. Maybe some of it's real, but I'm not telling a 5-year-old that they're the elite, eat babies, drink blood, and are out to molest you and rape you at every turn. Exactly, Dr. Sexy. Let's put the far left, the far right in a coliseum, and we can watch. We can then watch them destroy each other and leave us out of it. We can cheer when it's all over and they're completely eradicated. The world's gone mad. The world's gone mad. Here's part of the problem. I think this ties into it fairly well. Fake news. At Steve Cowell, New York. Must be Steve's column, New York. Probably New York Times. I didn't watch it, so. But it's on MSNBC, so it probably is. Journalists should have the right to lie and spread disinformation, but American citizens shouldn't have the right to tell the truth.
Reddit, 4chan to 8chan, What's the answer? What do these companies need to do, in your view, to actually help solve some of this?
How should they censor them, people on these platforms, to stop what we believe is fake news?
Yeah, no, it's another great question. And just to, pick up your point, the homogeneity of the media in the 60s and 70s obviously wasn't all a good
Did he say homo of the media? Just
thing. And it was ripe for disruption, and it has been disrupted, and Facebook is one of the big disruptors. I read a pretty good book this year called Facebook, The Inside Story, which was a very well-reported inside account of Facebook searching for the answer to the question you've asked. And I came away with the conclusion that the problems that we face, this is a private corporation that is motivated, as all companies are, to make money, that is acting as a kind of public square, and to expect that it is going to adjust its motivations to preserve democracy or to do the right thing all of the time, it's just naive. It's not what it's built to do. And the history of Facebook that's described in this narrative.
so as they were deleting Facebook posts and determining with their fact checkers in the public square private company, what is real and what's not, to fit a narrative, which they do have. Now, I'll go back to the 4chan, 8chan thing. There is a lot of garbage on those channels. There's a lot of garbage everywhere on the internet. A lot far left, far right, putting a lot of bullshit out there. Most normal people don't even look at it. Don't pay attention to it. I bet you 98% of the country in the United States has never been on 4chan or 8chan. So, it's not as big of a problem as you're presenting to create a country of censorship like the Chinese have. Do we want that? Do we want all the platforms to be censored so that only approved news organizations can post? Like MSNBC, CNN, Fox News. Now, full disclosure, I haven't watched Fox News since 2012. I catch clips of Tucker and Levine, but that's about it. So now it's up to MSNBC, NBC, CBS, ABC, all the corporations to provide your news and nobody else. Only approved journalists should be allowed to post. This is what they're driving to. I think Boogie Bumpers talked about this on his show, that they want to get to this point where nobody can talk about the news except for the news. The approved news. We can deal with far right, far left nuts on the internet. Normal people can deal with it because they can look at it and go, if they even look at it. Let's be honest there. A large percentage of the country doesn't even look at this shit. On 4chan, 8chan, far right posts, far left posts. Most people ignore that crap. The biggest offender is the very people who want to be in charge, the only ones in charge of information. How many times has the news organizations been caught in a lie? I mean, that rarely happens. That's been debunked. Debunked. Well, the video of Georgia that everybody was saying was debunked. A professional fact-checking site said it was debunked without even watching the video. Just based on what a politician told them. Then they watched the video and said, well, this is questionable, but it still remains mostly false. The people doing the fact-checking and the people reporting the news are just as bad as the Spurgs on 4chan and 8chan and whatever left-wing Spurgs and right-wing Spurgs are just as bad. They're not any better.
Is one of continually breaking things and then trying to fix them partially and getting better and better at apologizing. But I came away from it thinking, it's a structure. It is not something that can be changed except by changing the structure of it. And yes, Facebook has moved somewhat. They had a better election in 2020 than they did in 2016. They've learned to put some break.
They had a better election. They did not censor anything from the Biden campaign, including the Charlottesville claim, which everybody said was false. That's not what Trump said, but they allowed it. So, to this guy, they had a better election on Facebook because they censored the right people and let the people I like go unchecked.
Breaks on, here and there, but you can't get away from the fact that their mission is to connect everybody in the world. That's what motivates Mark Zuckerberg, and it's his passion, and he profoundly believes in free speech. And those of us.
Oh, Mark Zuckerberg profoundly believes in free speech. And by the way, just in the background, we're just going to get everything about you. Where you go, where you shop. And we're going to hand all that information over to, some, whoever wants to pay us for it. Yeah, that's the little thing they forgot to tell everybody about. We're going to take your information and give it to the highest bidder.
Of us in journalism have to come to terms with the fact that free speech, a principle that we hold sacred, is being weaponized against.
Free speech is being weaponized. Oh, we journalists hold free speech dear, but it's being weaponized against us.
The principles of journalism, and what do we do about that? I just say, as reporters, we kind of march into this war with our facts nobly shouldered as if they were.
Listen to this crap. We march into this war with our facts. We're carrying our facts around on our shoulders. We are such a highly regarded group of people. We have such high standards and morals. We do the right thing. We are the greatest people in the country. We're truth purveyors. Is your arm tired from patting yourself on the back? The truth purveyors. He's a truth purveyor.
We're going to win the day. And what we're seeing is that because of the scale of this alternate reality that you've been talking about, our facts, our principles, our scientific method, it isn't enough.
Our facts, our principles, our scientific method. This is why nobody likes you. This is why people are revolting against you. This is This guy. These elite journalists are such pricks. So full of themselves. The truth purveyors. We are just the most noblest of the noble. We have the weapons of our scientific data. You mean unnamed sources? Oops, sorry, we used the wrong video. That video was from Kentucky at a firing range. Oops, we made a boo-boo. They lie right to your face. They know they're lying. And then 2 days later, they put a post on Twitter that says, oh, well, somebody misrepresented the facts. Well, used your scientific methods of getting to the truth, didn't you?
So what do we do?
All right, Steve Cole, thank you so much. We'll be reading the new piece for The New Yorker.
Another elitist asshole who's going to write a piece bitching, pissing, and moaning about how he's a truth purveyor, how he uses scientific methods in journalism and integrity, and everybody else is nothing but a lying bastard that needs to be removed from the internet. This is why people are getting fed up. Nobody's even listening to a guy like this anymore. What is MSNBC's viewership at this point? Any of them, even Fox News, who, by the way, I stopped watching Fox News in 2012. I was a little bit ahead of the curve. I knew back then what Fox News was. More corporate trash wrapped in a beautiful Christmas wrapper. And underneath it was a shoebox full of shit. And everybody's surprised about Fox News. That hasn't been on in my house since 2012. That's right, Skeel 77. Facts are only facts if we say there are facts, the purveyors of truth. And only then. Hey-oh, Hitler! What they want is a Chinese communist style of media. And nothing else. I saw Boogie Bumper in the chat. I saw him post this today, so I'm going to steal it. Trespassing? You're free to go. Selling hamburgers to hungry people? Lock that cunt up as this pandemic, you science denier. Bill Mulligan. Alright, so let's get to the tweet. Bill Mulligan, LA County DA George Gaskin has issued a directive to prosecutors that the following misdemeanors will be declined for prosecution. With exemptions, though. Trespassing, disturbing the peace, driving without a license, prostitution, resisting arrest. But if you stand in line for a rack of ribs, barbecue ribs, and that was my response tweet, your ass is going to jail for not following the rules. That's right. You open up that restaurant, we are taking you to jail. But if you want your body, go ahead. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is like New York. We've got a huge problem. I've talked about this many times before about the no bail in New York. The bail reform bill. They call it something really nice. Bail reform. which means we let every criminal out. Rob a bank? That's okay. You get no bail. Just make sure you come back for court. I've seen story after story after story of people being arrested, being let go, and committing the same crime within the next day or so. That worked out really well. So, if you're a hooker in LA, you're all set. You can hook away. If you're trying to feed your family and open up your gym, restaurant, or bar, your ass is going to prison. Because it's all about keeping people safe. That's right, Boogie. Say it again. Unreal. Unreal. So basically in LA County, do whatever you want to do. We're not going to stop you. Open up your business and you're going to prison. There's something wrong here. New York's doing the same thing too. Letting everybody out of jail and putting people in jail for trying to earn a living and keep their business afloat. What the hell's going on here? Hello? Hello? It's interesting what's on there. Trespassing, disturbing the peace, driving without license, prostitution, resisting arrest. I wonder what neighborhoods those things happen in. It also fits in with the Black Lives Matter protesters, too. And the Antifa rioters. I meant to say Black Lives Matter rioters because they don't protest, they riot. So, all of those crimes seem to fit what would happen at a riot, right? Or am I wrong? Exactly, sound persons. New York is now like Gotham City without Batman. New York City, despite what the media claims, is a hellhole now. And only getting worse. Now, what does LA do? I find this interesting. It'll be worth a long discussion on Thursday night with my co-host Victor Von Schroom, the Shroomeister, to get his thoughts, because I find this very interesting that states like New York and California are doing this. Are they anticipating riots? Because this is something you do if you want to let the rioters go. Batman would get arrested for breaking quarantine, says Dr. Sexy. Exactly, Kitty B. If you can't be arrested for trespassing, but they're arresting business owners for trespassing in their own business, I guarantee those charges still stand because they're violating the mandates. They aren't laws. Nobody's passed a law. They are arbitrary mandates by politicians who decide who can stay open and who can close. Now, this was my complaint on Saturday night. I keep hearing people say we should have a Trump rally. There should be Trump rallies every week. No. Stop. We don't want Trump rallies every week. You want a rally? Go out and get everybody to go to the entrance of all the big box stores that are making billions of dollars during this pandemic and fight for the small business owners and go visit, patronize their shops, tell them to open up. That's a better thing to do than a Trump rally. Going and listening to Trump for 2 hours, or you can help out these small businesses that are getting crushed. Go to a box store with 1,000 people and say, go to us with signs that say, go to a small business, not signs that say 5G causes cancer and Tom Hanks eats babies and drinks blood and all that. Go with legitimate signs. Our small businesses are getting killed. 1/3 of small businesses in New York are closed permanently. There's only 2/3 left. That's not a lot. And I think it's more than 1/3 closed at this point. Go fight for those people that are barely... These people, video after video after video of gym owners, restaurant owners, all these entrepreneurs losing everything. While Jeff Bezos recorded a $9 billion profit since the pandemic started. Instead, everybody's clamoring for a Trump rally. Huh? Am I wrong? Why have a Trump rally? Why have a Trump rally? I said this Saturday night. Go rally around some small businesses for Saturday and Sunday, Friday and Saturday. I drove past. We were told we couldn't have more than 10 people for Thanksgiving in New York. I think everybody knows that. Friday morning, I drove past Commercial Drive, which is all corporate stores, box stores, Best Buy, Walmart, Staples, Boscov, Macy's, all of them. You couldn't even drive down that stinking road. Every parking lot was jam-packed. But wait a minute. Thursday, you could only have 10 people in your home, but Best Buy had 5,000 in the store. Walmart had, God knows how many people jammed in Walmart Friday. You couldn't even get into the parking lot. I drove over it on the highway. People couldn't even get into the parking lot to park. These parking lots, as you know, are enormous. The line turning into Walmart's Supercenter, where Best Buy is, Staples, all these giant corporate stores are, there wasn't even a parking spot. People were still pulling in. Lines of cars as far as you could see. Yet all of the small businesses and restaurants have been asked to close yet again in many counties in New York. And it looks like my county's we're orange. Heading to red. We're like 1% away from red, where they'll shut everything down again. I know a lot of small business owners. I'm a small business owner. I'm like, where the hell is everybody? Why is nobody supporting all of these small business owners? I know they should be jam-packed today, and Walmart should be freaking empty. This is how stupid the middle is. Because they don't care. They don't care. The far right is only 25% or less. The far left is 25% or less. Maybe 15% and 15%. The rest is the middle. And the people creeping toward the outer edges. But people are lining up in droves to buy cheap Chinese crap at Best Buy and Walmart on Friday. And none of the small businesses can open. Why not? You start not going to Walmart and Best Buy. You start showing up and protesting and saying they shouldn't open until everybody, all the small businesses who are suffering and struggling can open, guess what? Your governor is going to say and do something to change that. Because once those corporations start making all that big money, they're going to start whining to the government, and you'll see action. You won't see action as long as the parking lot is jam-packed. You want to make an impact? You start putting a strain on Amazon where they're not selling anything, where their sales are cut in half. You don't think Jeff Bezos is going to be on the phone going, you better open everybody back up because people aren't buying for me as part of a protest. Oh, I forgot. We got to trust the plan. It's part of the plan. You're right, Boogie. This is all part of the plan. It's to make Bezos so rich that his pile of money falls on him and kills him. Right? Once the Walton family is so rich and the mountain of gold is so high, somebody will knock that mountain of gold onto the Walton family and kill them all. That's the plan. $9 billion Amazon made in additional profit. I didn't say profit, additional over what they made last year. Remember, every politician that panders for your vote all year long, and especially as it gets closer to election time, that small business is the backbone of America. Small business is the backbone of our community. We love our small businesses. Where are those politicians now? If you don't shut your gym down, you're going to jail, sir. And then you've got half the people going, that's right. You've got half the people flipping out saying, wear your mask. Close down those businesses. How dare you open that restaurant? As they go home and shop on Amazon.com or go to Walmart.
I gotta go to Best Buy. I gotta get my husband a new iPad. They got it on sale, you know.
Yeah, but do you know there's a store down in downtown that sells those, and they're kind of struggling now.
Oh, fuck that. I'm going to save myself $25 if I go to Best Buy. Then I will mosey on over to Walmart and buy some cheap Chinese crap. Gotta support the Waltons. Gotta support the corporations.
Oh, yeah. Next year, about August, September, your local politicians will come out and say there's no stronger group in our community than the small business owner. We have to support our small businesses. They're the backbone of the community. Yep. And then he leaves that campaign rally for the Hilton or Hyatt Hotel for a luxury dinner with some executives from Amazon and Walmart, where they discuss how they're going to fuck over those small business owners in your community that are the backbone of the community. They do it all the time. When, oh when. And thank you, Boogie Bumper, for commenting on that article. Otherwise, I would have missed it. Yes. Yep. You wanna rally? Go rally against the corporate box stores that are making record profits, not hiring additional people. By the way, just thought I'd share that. And crushing small business. And the politicians that are enabling it, who are most definitely in the back pocket of all said corporations. So you want to have a rally? Go rally for the small business owners and against what's happening in your community. As you're watching store after store after store, local business close. I think this was covered on our OTC, but I don't remember. I was listening to it, and maybe it was, but this is interesting. The whole world's gone mad. Vice grills Jake Paul for knocking out his black opponent in a boxing match. Huh? Wait a minute. Boxing, two guys in ring, beat each other up until one passes out or submits. Isn't that what boxing's called? Isn't that what boxing is? But the Vice girls are, they got a problem with boxing, I guess.
Was it racist to knock a black man out? That is the question of the
week. No, stop asking me that. I said...
So, in boxing, if a white guy knocks out a black man who is his opponent in the ring, it is now racist for a... I would do the boogie thing, but he's better at it. We're in bizarro world. Are these dumb bitches actually suggesting that in boxing, a white guy should not get in the ring to win? Or dare even put a glove on the black man? Are you serious? Now, I don't know who this guy is, but apparently they've asked him several times, so let's go through it again.
It's not racist. Was it racist to knock a black man out? That is the question of the week.
No, stop asking me that. I said no.
It's not racist.
It's a shitty question. It's a sport.
Why is it a shitty question? Why is it a shitty question?
Why is it a shitty question? Why do you have a show? Is what I would have asked. Because you're a shitty host on a shitty channel that has no clue what boxing's about. Boxing is about knocking out your opponent. Being the first to knock out your opponent. To win. Not to get into the ring and say, I better let this black guy beat the hell out of me because if I lay a glove on him, that would be racism. Are you serious? They're actually going down this road. I'll tell you what, there is no systemic racism. Stop with that shit. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's made up crap. Racism of some form has existed in every single group of people and will never go away. People like her and the skinny white Antifa running around and the media are creating super racists by doing this non-stop. They are creating racists. Go back to the 80s. Where was there that much of a problem? I think Victor von Truman and I talked about this. I remember the 80s. Now, in my high school, we had a total of 3 black people in the entire high school. Maybe 4 in the lower classes. But when I was a senior, I remember 3 black people. Okay? Nobody ever had a problem with these dudes. They were all guys, 3 guys. Nobody had a problem with them. Nobody even thought of them being black. They never had a problem with anybody, and nobody had a problem with them. What changed since 1980? Where this has just become a rallying cry for attacking everybody. And this is going to backfire, because the more you do this bullshit with the systemic racism talking point and rail on everybody for anything they do is now racist, like the Christmas tree lights. That systemic making somebody feel bad. Fuck your feelings. You don't like somebody's Christmas lights? Don't fucking look at them. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with people? But some spurgy sponge had to go out and write a letter to try to make somebody think, oh, maybe I should take my lights down because it's making people feel bad. Seriously? And then you gotta bring up racism? Your Christmas lights are racist? You knocking out a black man in the ring is now racist? You're creating super racists on both sides. There are black racists. People deny this shit all the time on the left. Blacks can't be racist. You want to bet? As a part Asian, part Italian, I know for a fact. Oh, I almost let some Asian spit out there. Well, I know for a fact. I know for a fact that blacks are racist. I saw it with my own eyes. If I'm the aliens, Gary Vance, I'm sending down a nuke. The biggest nuke they can find. And say, this planet is done. This experiment failed. And fly off. This is like some weird episode of Star Trek. You know, where the guy had white on one side and black on the other, and the other guy had white on one side and black on this side, and they destroyed their whole planet. Because they were racist against each other. They burned their whole planet to the ground because the guy was black on the wrong side. And people like this, people like this woman are speeding it up. They're making it worse. You're never going to eradicate racism unless you have a machine that wipes people's heads blank and installs a program into it. There will be racists in black culture, Asian culture, whites will be racist. There will be racists in each group. Stop worrying about it. If everybody went on with their lives and stopped worrying about if somebody was racist to somebody else and pointing it out every minute of the day, maybe things wouldn't be as bad as they are now. But people like this woman, they just can't stop. They just have to keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. That's why when I see a fight on Twitter about race, I go, nobody gets it. Certainly the left is clueless about it. They just exasperate it. They make it worse. But pretending racism doesn't exist is foolish. Especially pretending racism only exists in white people. You're just being an asshole at that point. I could be a clown, and I would have been a clown and said, You know, you're being racist by asking me that question. What do you have against white people? Right? The only way you're going to stop this is to stop having people like this bitch on Vice do this. Turning everything into race now. The court cases in Michigan. The Attorney General of Michigan saying that filing a court case about voter fraud is racist. This is why we are where we are. People can't get along now because they just keep pushing those buttons. They got to keep pushing it every day. Every day you got to hear about race. Then I hear on the radio a major bank. A bank that got a huge bailout, by the way. A major bank is investing in Colors of Community. Making a multi-million-dollar investment in Colors of Community in black and brown entrepreneurs. This is the commercial on the radio. So there are no poor white people, especially during the pandemic. There are no white-owned businesses that couldn't use a little hand right now because the government's too busy with their thumb up their asses, worrying about where the next grift is going to come from what super PAC? Or what corporation's going to line some charity they run mysteriously where all the money goes missing? Why can't they just say, we're going to give out loans and help, interest-free loans and help to the community? No, it's got to be, we're going to give it out to minorities, blacks and browns only. You fucking serious? Nobody's struggling but the black man in our community. That's just asinine. This is what is pissing people off and pushing people to the brink. Because there are a lot of business owners that aren't brown and black who are that close to having nothing right now. They're in their cars going to see if they can even open for the day, and they got to hear a giant bank like Blank Hole of China, if that gives you a hint, tell everybody we're going to give out interest-free loans and grants to people of color only. How fucked up is that? As you're going to your business, don't know if you can open today, don't know if you're going to be shut down, and don't know how you're going to pay your bills tomorrow or the next month, or how you're going to feed your kid. Oh, geez, I'm glad that the people of color are getting help. That's the problem right there. That just exasperates racism and creates people that maybe they weren't racist, but sure enough, when they go home, they're going to think about it and go, that's fucked up. I can't get an interest-free loan or a grant for my struggling business, but they're going to hand out $10 million because of someone's skin color? See my point? Now you've just created a shitload of racists by an asinine move. By saying that you're going to help the community, but only the black and brown community. The rest of the community, you're on your own. Hee hee. We're a major bank. We give the right donations to the right candidates. And they probably do, Gary Vance, but they keep doing it. And maybe blacks do hate that stuff, going, ugh, why are they doing that? I think in general, everybody hates it. In general, the entire general population, there's only 15% on the far right that really, really hate it, and 15% on the far left that thinks that's the way to go. But in the middle, The 70% are going, that's not right. Why don't they give the grants to the community as a whole, not just segregate people out for help? As a small business owner myself, it's frustrating because I'll tell you what, if you go to the New York State website, small business website, there's all kinds of loans, grants, and assistance for minority and women only. Yes. If you're a woman or a minority, they have all kinds of grant programs and interest-free loan programs already out there. But nothing for anybody else. And then you've got this major bank running ads today on the radio that they're going to give away $10 million to the local community as long as you're brown or black. You're just creating more racists. These people have no clue what they're doing. They're taking a minor problem and turning it into a massive problem. Egging you on into that civil war every day.
Because how does this have anything to do with race? It doesn't.
It's a fine question. We got to wake you up. You got to be a part of this conversation.
We got to wake you up. You got to be a part of this conversation. Does this stupid bitch even know what she's talking about? She's making up racism where there is no racism. This is infuriating to me. Yes, she is a dumb bitch. Sorry, she just is. She's creating a problem where there is no problem. It's a fucking boxing match, lady. People, two guys, or girls, I guess, can go into a ring, beat each other up until one is laying on the canvas. It doesn't matter what color they are. People like her and that major bank and politicians and the media are creating a giant race rift in this country. And in a lot of countries, not just here. It's everywhere. You can't segregate out people for special treatment and tell the rest of the people we have to give them special treatment because you, although you may have never had anything to do with it, your ancestors 200 years ago were rotten people. So we have to make up for it now, 200 years later, and fix it by treating you like garbage and treating them like gods. Ain't gonna work. It's only gonna make it worse. Ain't gonna work.
You up. You got to be a part of this conversation. That's right. Wasn't racist.
We have to wake you up. You have to be a part of this conversation. Are you kidding me? These people have lost their damn mind. I don't know about you, but I can see it. They're making it worse. They're making it a lot worse for everybody. Between making our Santa Clauses PC or saying that Santa Claus has to be eradicated because it's a pagan ritual, both sides are messing up the country, along with the media, and cringe spurgs like her. They have to turn everything into race. We got to get to some fun stuff, though, because we burned up an hour and a half of pretty intense stuff. So let's play To Tell the Truth. How about that? Boy, this is an old one. This is an old one. Got to end the show on something a little bit funny or positive. Otherwise, will be like watching Major Tom, The Big Empty, where you want to drive your car into a bridge pylon and end it. We don't want to do that. We don't want you to do that. This is from 1963. 1963. To Tell the Truth. February 18th, 1963, with a surprise ending. That's right, Malone Lob, Sherry. All of our ancestors at some point in history were slaves. Yeah. Yep. Hey, I'm part Japanese, so, the Japanese got interred during World War II, got everything taken away. You don't see Japanese people running around crying about racism and whining and pissing and moaning about it all the time, do you? No. And that was more recent than slavery in America. Just saying. All right. Surprise ending. Best ever to tell the truth with a surprise ending. Got to check it out.
My name is Pavel Monat.
We just did a whole thing on racist. Are these guys wearing Klan hoods? No. I just think that's how they did the show back then. I did not plan it that way, by the way. They are not wearing Klan hoods. Klan hoods are pointy. These aren't pointy.
Is Pavel Monat. Only one of these men is the real Pavel Monat. The other two are imposters and will try to fool this panel. Tom Poston, Peggy Cass, the host of the popular morning television show Save When, Art James, and Kitty Carlisle. On To Tell the Truth with your host, Bud Collier.
Good evening, panel.
Oh, Kitty's on the show.
Bud, it's a pleasure to welcome you tonight.
Thank you, Bud.
To our show.
Yes, it's good to be
This thing is old. It's not even good black and white.
here with good people, and I'm very calm and collected and ready to go.
I'm sorry, Tom. I didn't mean to interrupt you. You started to say something.
What's going on up there with those fellas?
What's going on up there with what fellas?
With the fellas in the masks and the hoods
Well,
and things.
you want to find out?
He's not going to tell you. If he's Lone Ranger, stand up.
Well, I'll tell you what you do. Show you that I'm not going to hold back anything from you. Open up your envelopes of affidavits. Take out that first one and follow along with me, if you will. I, Pavel Monat, to avoid recognition, must not show my face on television. I was born and raised in Poland, and from 1955 to 1958, I was assigned to the Polish Embassy in Washington, D.C. as military attaché. Throughout those years, I operated not only as a diplomat, but also...
Ah, Kitty, I knew you were a vampire. That's why you only come out at night.
as a communist spy. In 1958, I was reassigned to Poland. After a year there, I took my wife and son on a vacation to Vienna. We went to the American Embassy and asked for political asylum. Since then, I have been living in the United States, and the Polish government has sentenced me to death on grounds of treason. Signed, Pavel Monat.
Wow, the Polish government gave him the death sentence for treason. That's Poland was communist back then, by the way. And no, those aren't Klan hoods.
That explains the masks panel. These three gentlemen all claiming to be Pavel Monat, former communist spy. And we'll start this round.
See, they aren't Klan members. See, he just said it.
Of questioning with Peggy Cass. Peggy?
Thank you. Mr. Monat, number one, you spied for Poland against the United States when you were attached to the embassy in Washington?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. Mr. Monat, number two, when you said you wanted asylum here, did they check up on you quite a bit?
They did.
I see. Number 3, where is Lublin?
Lublin?
Yes,
In Poland.
thank you.
Where is it? It's in Poland.
Who is the premier of Poland?
Mr. Cyrankiewicz.
Thank you. Number 2, what's Kalsaba?
Never heard.
All right.
First of all, I want to thank Peggy for asking half the questions I wrote down. But anyway, number 1, what is the worth of a zloty?
I don't know exactly now.
Number 2, what is the equivalent in the American exchange of a zloty?
I don't know.
Number 3.
I believe it's about 14 cents.
Number 1, what are some of the countries that encircled Poland?
It is Soviet Union.
What province of the Soviet Union touches upon the eastern border of Poland? Number 2, do you know that?
Touches on the eastern border.
On the eastern border of
Eastern
Poland,
border
yes.
of Poland.
That's the Baltics. Number 3.
Kitty.
Number 3, did Paderewski ever hold a political
Oh man,
position in
YouTube.
Poland?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, this is so old. It's all like faded out white now.
Will you tell me what it was?
It was the premium.
They're not pointy hats, by the way.
Number 2, who is Gomulka?
He's the secretary of the party.
Number 1, when you took your wife and family on vacation, so-called, to Vienna,
Anybody joining? Those are not pointy hats, so.
was it a dangerous trip?
It was.
Number 2, how did you make this trip?
The train.
By train. Number 3, were you stopped by anyone en route?
No.
And you were given asylum immediately?
In effect.
I'm sorry.
In effect.
In effect. Number 1, who did you see in the American Embassy in Vienna?
I saw the military attaché and his assistant.
Number 2, did you see the ambassador?
No, saw Tom Poston. Tom?
I'm very sorry that we seem to be at odds with Poland. Now, at this time, I remember that during the war, the Polish flyers were some of the finest flyers that were ever got into an airplane. That's true. And number 2, I wonder if you could tell me where the Polish flying headquarters were in England.
I don't recall.
Number 1, do you have any idea about that?
I don't know.
Thank you. Number 3, what is the Polish corridor?
It's a strip of the country.
When was that? When did that exist? Number 3.
Since the First World War.
Number 2, what was? Thank you.
That's it. Time is gone. No further time for questions. It's time to mark those ballots. So kindly do so if you would.
That's right, Cherie. Not pointy hats. They're potato sacks. They're brown. You just can't tell. The video's old.
Panel, mark them at once and without change, and of course without consultation.
By the way, Cherie,
None whatsoever. And mark as you go for number 1, number 2, or number 3. Team of challengers will receive the customary $250 for every incorrect vote. All ballots marked? All right, Tom, for whom did you vote in this first round?
I voted for number 3 because he looks like a man who would. I thought that I used Mr. James' questions as my criterion. The other 2 didn't know some of the things that Art asked, and I thought number 3 did.
Peggy.
I voted for number 3 as well. See, that question I asked, that kielbasa is a sausage. But maybe I don't know the right name of it. But number 3 was the only one I didn't ask that question to. So I voted for him.
All right, what is your selection?
My questions were, my reason for selecting number 3 is based on zloty primarily, the money thing. And, yes.
Kitty.
I voted for number 3, too. Based on the question about who was the premier and about Paderewski, number 3 also knew the zloty, I think.
Yeah.
At least she gave an answer. So I voted for number 3.
All right, there we have it. Unanimous for number 3. Let's get to the matter of the truth right now and learn which one of these gentlemen is the former communist spy. So will the real Pavel Monat please stand up.
Oh, Gary Vance, will the real Grand Wizard please stand up? They're not pointy hats. They're potato sacks. They're potato sacks, audience.
If you are fascinated with Pavel Monat's story as I am, you'll be interested to know that his book, entitled Spy in the United States, Spy in the U.S., is published by Harper and Row. Now, number two, I'm sure you're not a communist spy, are you?
No, sir.
Well, then, would you kindly take your mask off and tell... What's the matter, Peggy?
I said, boy, what he won't do for publicity. I mean, Khrushchev.
Let's find out his real name now. What is your real name,
My
sir?
name is Oscar Jordan. I'm a painting contractor in New York City.
I didn't pick the show on purpose. I didn't even watch it, but it has all of the elements of the show we did tonight. Interesting.
Now, number three, you got all the votes. What is your real name, please, and what do you do?
My name is Henry Morgan.
Henry Morgan.
Unless I miss my guess, Henry will treasure this night for a long time.
I can see you now, and I've got a secret. I was a communist spy, to tell the truth.
The night he skunked the panel all the way. Beautiful job, Henry. Beautiful job, all of you. It was very nice. Beg pardon?
What about this Lottie? How come he didn't really know?
Yes. Well, you want to ask him now? The panel want to know why you didn't know the value of the Zloty.
I know the value of this lot.
It has changed so much in the past.
It's changed almost every couple of weeks.
Ah,
So it was a-
thank you.
Well, of course, we don't have to do much about checking the score. You did the works, fellas. You got them for the whole bit, and that's $1,000 from Salem Cigarettes, as well as a carton of Salem.
Oh, $1,000 from Salem Cigarettes. Oh, can't do that now. See how much fun they took away from us? Marlboro and Salem used to sponsor a lot of these shows.
Thanks for being with us. Good night, and God bless you.
That was pretty interesting. Different. And it kind of fit in with tonight. We'll do one song off, maybe two songs off of Kitty's playlist. And then we'll call it a night. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. We did that one. Oh, don't want to do Corona. Oh, Boogie Bumper sent something. Oh, I don't think I can grab that now. He sent something a while ago. Let me see if I can grab it. Or if it disappeared. Oh, yeah, it disappeared already. Dang, I wish D-Light would save the chat. But it doesn't. Alright, we'll go back to Kitty's janky tunes. Oh, praise be to the fat horse. Let's watch this one. Mm-hmm. What the heck is this? Woo! Fat horse sticker. And here is the Cart Patrols of Boogie Stand's national anthem song. The Cart Narcs of Boogie Stand. The Cart Patrols. The Japanese yodeler. Takeko Ishii. Takeo. Banzai. Approved by His Royal Highness himself, Boogie Bumper of Boogie Stand, as the official song of the Cart Patrols. Japanese guy wearing lederhosen. Takeo Ishii. Ooh, cultural appropriation. Yes. Oh, I got one more here. You know, being part Japanese, we might as well make fun of ourselves.
I say Hitachi, Toyota, Kawasaki, Nintendo, Canon, Sony, Honda. I'm losing my way. Where should I go? Shinjuku so big. I need a Doraemon. You speak Japanese. Show me more language. What can I do? Where should I go?
No, 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 no. Kata.
Konnichiwa, sumimasen, I foreigner. I don't speak Japanese, but I love ramen tempura. When you say arigato konbawa, I say Suzuki, Yamaha, Unique, Loto, Shiba, Casio, Kochila. I'm losing my way. Where should I go? Shinjuku so big. I need a Doraemon. You speak Japanglish. Show me more language. What can I do? Where should I go? Please send me home.
It is a catchy tune. Frozo can't play this. He's Korean. We are different. This is Japanese. He has to find his own Korean songs. All right, let's see what else, Kitty. We got time for one more on the Kitty's playlist here. Let's see what we got. I should have scoped these out earlier, but I was too lazy today to actually get anything else ready besides the articles. Do 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 do. Oh, another chicken song. I like these chicken songs. Let's go. What the hell? It's a chicken playing the piano. Oh, I had to get my brain all ready for Friday night. Don't forget Friday night's Boogie Bumper's birthday bash. I will be joining on the Discord. And I will be bringing up a messed up video after hanging around a bunch of the guys like watching shows like Sunday Night Shit Show, Joya Pesci, JJ Stoner, Irrational Times, Kitty B in the audience with the links. Hopefully she'll be on. I will be bringing some messed up video. It should be a fun time. And I won't even get it from Victor Von Schroom. I'm looking for a messed up video. It's got to be an Asian one. It's got to be an Asian one. Don't forget to watch the Sunday Night Shit Show Boogie Bumper on Friday. Boogie Bumper tomorrow night, of course, with the Daily Boogie. JJ Stoner, Irrational Times is on tonight before Nightwave Radio. Daywave tomorrow. You got Revenge of the Sis, JJ Stoner, and then Boogie Bumper. Should be sweet. Don't forget Kimmy Y Censored on Thursday night with her show and Iceman 4433. Oh, and Major Tom. Just make sure you're not driving when you watch the Big MT. Major Tom show on D-Live. Saturday nights at 10 o'clock. Eastern Time. And don't forget my co-host, Victor Von Schroom. On Thursday nights, he has his own show. He'll be doing a show this weekend as well at 2 o'clock, I think. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. So, take your Valium pre-Tom. That's right. Or melatonin or something. Hide all the sharp objects. And make sure you're definitely not driving. So, should be a good time Friday night. Don't forget our 500 to D-Live contest. We need 20 more. We're down to 20. And I can give away these t-shirts. The JJ Stoner Large Midget Wednesday shirt, child size. And a t-shirt off of the Winning TV store on Teespring. So 20 more to go before we have some kind of wheel of death and give away those t-shirts. Thank you for all of the lemons and the support and listening to me get angry, calm down, and then have some fun at the end. I'm going to sweeten up the pot a little bit and distribute those lemons. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you Friday. Well, I'll be on Friday, but don't forget Thursday night. Victor and myself will be on doing something, talking about something serious, and hopefully doing something ridiculous. So don't forget to catch myself and Victor on Thursday. Tomorrow night, Boogie Bumper. Friday night, the Boogie Bumper Spectacular. See you later, guys. Have a good night. Opening up that chest now. Thank you for watching our broadcast direct from Bin Laden's cave.
But why are you farming for coins when you have a heavy bag?
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole. Like if you came up with that.